Well, hello everyone, and welcome to episode 11 of the Fight Card season. That's right, it's the second to last episode of the Fight Cards. And what an episode do we have for you tonight. We have 10 more bots competing in their final fight for the Fight Cards, and same thing for episode 12. Every single fight you see here, and every single bot you see here, that's the last time you're going to see them in the Fight Cards. So, speaking of the Fight Cards, why don't we head on into tonight's Fight Card. And of course, we're going to be starting it off with our second fight of the night between two very interesting robots who have actually fought before. It is Minotaur, the 8th seed, on a very good run right now as they're 2-0, looking to improve to 3-0, and they are taking on a very unlucky bot who, well, was known for being lucky. Cheese, the 4th seed, is 0-2 right now as they lost to Double Jeopardy along with Witch Doctor, but they did end up losing both of those fights, and they were known for being lucky in the previous season, and they actually beat Minotaur in Season 2. They actually beat them by getting them stuck on their back, and Minotaur was unable to move, and Cheese won the fight, and they moved on. But Minotaur is now going to be able to try and get revenge and see if they can finally put Cheese in their place. Or will Cheese reign supreme once again? Well, we'll have to find out once we get to that fight. But our third fight of the night is between a very powerful horizontal full-body spinner, Rainbow of Death, previously thrown out of the arena by Black Diamond Requiem, but they did win their first fight, so they are at a 1-1 record, which is decent, but they would probably prefer to win this next fight against Tsunami. Tsunami is actually 2-0, and this is their first time in the main competition, looking to get a perfect 3-0 in their first series, which would be very impressive. Rainbow of Death trying to finish on a positive win rate. Then in our fourth fight of the night, we have a robot who is also 2-0, taking a robot who is 0-2. We have Witch Doctor, the 2nd seed, taking on Team BattleBots. And Team BattleBots, not looking that good for them. They got completely destroyed by Bulldozer and Cobalt in their previous fights, and now they're fighting Witch Doctor, the 2nd seed. Not looking like a good time for them. Witch Doctor, on the other hand, has actually had a fair share of pretty tough matches, and they've still managed to win both of them. So, will they win their third? Well, we'll have to see. And that fight is, of course, before our main event for tonight, and that is between another 0-2 bot and another 2-0 bot. This time, the 0-2 bot is Bite Force, the 10th seed, who previously lost out to Calamity on their very first fight, and Bite Force completely got murdered by the newcomers. And yeah, they didn't win their other fight either, so they are not in a very good spot right now. Meanwhile, Sawblaze, on the other hand, well, they're the reason that Calamity is even here, as they forced Shogun to pull out. Sawblaze at a 2-0 record currently, a very impressive one at that, and yeah, looking to improve to 3-0. Will Bite Force be able to stop them, or will they be another disappointment for the 10th seed? I don't know. We'll have to find out in our main event. But of course, we always have to start at the beginning. And the beginning of tonight, the first fight, is between another 2-0 bot and another 0-2 bot. Seems to be a lot of these in this episode. Oh well. It was random, so just a coincidence, I guess. But those two bots being Lodsmock, the 0-2 bot, who is, well, let's just say in short terms they've gotten heavily screwed over by the random fights. Yeah, they got some pretty tough opponents such as Sawblaze, and yeah, they didn't fare too well against them, but Lodsmock gonna try their best to get a win here against Black Rose, a very powerful horizontal spinner who is again fighting a vertical spinner which is kind of what they're designed to do, as they lost to Black Diamond Requiem, which is a big, beefy wedge in their previous fight. So, looking to finish their record with a win instead of a 1-2 record, which wouldn't be that good, although still probably get them into the tournament, as they still had some impressive losses along with a dominant win. So, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, and we get to find out how it will go down right now. And there they are. In the blue square, we have Black Rose, the ever so powerful horizontal full body spinner, looking to absolutely destroy Lodsmock, who is the successor of a robot that has competed in Season 2, Dragon. And Lodsmock, while it may be a very beautiful looking robot, so far it hasn't really translated into performance. So, let's see if they can change that against a very terrifying robot. Without further ado, let's get these two very powerful these two very powerful spinners in their own respective right, duking it out to see who will be able to pick up a win in their final fight.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Well, here we go. Black Rose up to speed almost immediately, and Lodsmock charges in, and those new forks actually deflecting Black Rose into the corner, and now Lodsmock gets a hit with their vertical spinner, and now another one. Black Rose gets hit by the pulverizer, and Black Rose actually kind of being overwhelmed here, and Black Rose now being shoved in the corner again, but they escape, and now another hit onto the front of Lodsmock. Those forks holding up so far. So, maybe wedges weren't necessary. Now Lodsmock shoves Black Rose over into Hydreigon's corner, and they flip them over. Black Rose up to speed again, and now sent back into Hydreigon's corner, and Lodsmock sent spinning into the adjacent corner. And now coming to fight Black Rose again head on, but they lose a fork this time. That's not good. And oh, there goes another one. And Lodsmock sent spinning around, and again, Black Rose back up to speed. Able to get up to speed very quickly here. And Lodsmock trying again with that vertical spinner, but now those two middle forks are missing, so they aren't able to get underneath Black Rose. And now Black Rose escapes and up to speed again and breaking off one of the forks. Only one fork remaining on Lodsmock. That's not good, as that's going to be just the frame that Black Rose is going to hit after that. And Black Rose now in the corner again as Lodsmock rams into them, and not much else they can do. And that's another piece ripped off. Black Rose with an impressive display of power here, but Lodsmock not giving up, and they're ramming Black Rose into the corner again. Now another good ram from Lodsmock, but how much longer can they keep this up? Well, I don't know, but there goes half of their spinner. Oh, that's not good. Lodsmock has pretty much no weaponry now. And now Black Rose getting some more good hits. And again, and now, oh, and I think that might have been the last fork. I'm not sure, though. Oh, and there's another part gone, and Black Rose sent spinning again, and more pieces shedding off of Lodsmock, and Lodsmock has lost their tail. And oh, a massive hit, sending more parts of them careening across the arena, and Lodsmock's pretty much dead now. Looking at that, there is not much left of Lodsmock as they, oh, another massive hit, and there goes pretty much all of the bottom panel of the robot. And now Black Rose, they're gonna go in for one more hit. Lodsmock's already kind of dead, but now ripped in half, officially killing Lodsmock. Lodsmock goes 0-3, Black Rose 3-0. Congratulations to Black Rose. Well, a destructive fight, absolutely. Black Rose completely dominating Lodsmock later on in the fight. Lodsmock did get some good moments. They got a couple good hits onto Black Rose, but Black Rose, ooh, the damage racked up quick, and Lodsmock, well, couldn't really do much about it. I don't think going with forks against a horizontal spinner was the best play. However, they may not have any other configuration on hand, so, who's to say. But Lodsmock sadly falling to 0-3. They may not be out of it yet, as we may need an 0-3 bot in the tournament, as only 8 bots are going to be eliminated before the round of 32. But Black Rose improves to a perfect 3-0 record, so congrats to them. They're probably going to be getting a very high seed. Now it's time for our second fight of the night between Minotaur and Cheese, the powerful Brazilian drum spinner, taking on the ever so powerful, via underhanded tactics, Cheese. And there they are. We have Minotaur in the blue square yet again with their very powerful drum spinner, looking to absolutely destroy their adversary of Cheese, who is a kind of rammer, front hinge flipper. The front hinge flipper is meant to be more of a Shremek, but it serves as a front hinge flipper, kind of like Mute from back in the day. And Minotaur, well, pretty simple game plan for them. It's turn on the drum, drive forward, and obliterate whatever is in its path. So, will that include Cheese, or will Cheese be able to pick up a win in its final fight? Potentially using some devious methods. Let's find out.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
And here we go, Minotaur up to speed already, and now flipping Cheese over. That was quick. And now Cheese upside down, trying to self-right. And now Minotaur capitalizing on Cheese being on their side, and now upside down again on top of Minotaur. As Minotaur brings him back over to the wall, Cheese finally self-rights, and now ramming into the front of Minotaur again. Those forks on Minotaur seem to actually be doing wonders for them right now, as they have Cheese in the other corner. And now the Pulverizer gets a hit. 2, 3, 4, 5, who knows? And now Minotaur shoves Cheese straight back in there as they tried to escape. And now Cheese, now escaping, but Minotaur shoves him over into Galaga's corner, and now Galaga sends them flying across the arena, nearly out of the arena, and there they go! Minotaur with a massive hit, able to get Cheese up and over the wall and out of the arena, and that means that Minotaur is actually going to get a perfect record of 3-0, and Cheese, well, a perfectly negative win of 0-3, losing every single fight. Minotaur winning every single fight, so congratulations to them. I can imagine they are going to get a very high seed in the round of 32, and Galaga flipped themselves over. Congratulations to Minotaur for the 3-0 record, though.
Well, a extremely dominant performance from Minotaur. Cheese, well, they really couldn't do anything against Minotaur. Minotaur just bullied them around the arena the entire time, and even had Galaga get a massive hit and nearly sent them flying out of the arena from just that. And eventually Minotaur was able to just do it themselves. But yeah, very impressive display from Minotaur, and a not-so-impressive one from Cheese, who falls to 0-3. Minotaur goes to 3-0, so congratulations to them. They're probably going to get a high score, or high seed in the tournament. Cheese, well, we'll see if they're able to get in by the skin of their teeth. They have 0 wins, but their losses might be good enough to get them in anyway. So we'll just have to find out. But now it's time for our third fight of the night. Halfway through the card, we have Tsunami, the very powerful German flipper from Robot Wars Series 7, taking on Rainbow of Death, the extremely extremely terrifying and powerful horizontal full-body spinner. So it'll be interesting to see how these two pair up, as Tsunami hasn't really fought that many horizontal spinners in their past before. So let's see if they can do well against this one, shall we? Here we are once again, in the arena we go, and Rainbow of Death in the blue square with their powerful horizontal full-body spinner. Don't know why specifying that it's horizontal, but in case you aren't looking, there you go. And Tsunami, of course, is going to have to deal with that, as they have a powerful flipper. Well, Rainbow of Death is invertible, so won't directly affect them unless they're sent careening out of the arena, which they very well might be, because that's what happened against Black Diamond Requiem, and they're not a flipper, they're a Rambot. However, they are the reigning champions, so a little bit more excusable. But without further ado, let's get these two robots fighting it out in their final fight yet again.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
And here we go. Rainbow of Death up to speed already, and Tsunami now charging them, and Rainbow of Death popped into the air. And now Tsunami trying to flip them over, and they have. And now Rainbow of Death up to speed again, and now flipped back over. Not even by Tsunami, and Rainbow of Death bouncing super high into the air that time. And now Hydreigon and Tsunami have them, well, pinned between each other. And now Tsunami, oh, a massive hit, sending Tsunami into the wall, but Tsunami charges back. Rainbow of Death up to speed again, and nearly sending Tsunami up and over the wall. And now Tsunami doing the same, nearly flipping them out of the arena. And now Rainbow of Death up to speed again, and now a massive hit into Tsunami again. Rainbow of Death up to speed, and they bounce out of the arena. Oh my god. Well, there goes Rainbow of Death. Mario jumping their way up and over the wall. Tsunami stunned, sitting in the corner. Tsunami is your winner, and they go 3-0 as well. So congratulations to them. Very impressive considering this is their first career run since Series 7 of Robot Wars. Yeah, Tsunami, an impressive win against Rainbow of Death, who goes to 1-2. Not a terrible record. They put up a good fight against Tsunami, and they lost against the champion, Black Diamond Requiem. Both robots 3-0, and their win was against, I believe, Galaxy, who is 2-1. So, an impressive record by Rainbow of Death, despite being negative. But Tsunami gets a perfect 3-0 after sending Rainbow of Death bouncing out of the arena.
Well, an extremely hard-hitting fight. In fact, it was... the hits were so hard that Rainbow of Death straight up just bounced out of the arena. Well, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. I mean, we've seen Rusty suplex itself out of the arena, but never have we seen a robot just Mario jump their way over the wall and out of the arena. They went really high in that hit against Tsunami's wedge, but I didn't think it would be so strong that it would send them bouncing out of the arena. Well, that's a first. That is a first for my series. And I haven't really seen it anywhere else. But very interesting and funny indeed. Not the way Rainbow of Death wanted that fight to go, but I don't think they're too mad about the loss. So Rainbow of Death falls to 1-2. An okay record as they still have a win. But their two losses were against, well now, two 3-0 bots. So they still have a decent chance of getting in. I mean, they only lost to 3-0 bots. So, yeah, very interesting fight there. Still trying to process exactly how it went down, but Rainbow of Death did get some very powerful hits, and eventually it was just too much for them to handle, I guess. Tsunami didn't even have to flip them out. So, congratulations to Tsunami. They're now 3-0. So, perfect run for them in their very first season. But that's beside the point now, because we have our fourth fight of the night. It's between the second seed of Witch Doctor, who is also looking to go 3-0, taking on the very beaten and battered Quadrio of Clusterbots. Will they be able to pick up a win against the highest seeded opponent so far? Well, we can only sit and watch. There all of them are. It's important to include all of them. Witch Doctor, of course, in the blue square, the second seed. Very impressive performances from them so far with that vertical spinner. Taking on the Quadrio of Clusterbots, including Tombstone, Bronco, Bite Force, and their own little mini-me. Witch Doctor, gonna be a bit sad killing that one, but, well, maybe they won't kill it. Maybe Team BattleBots has a chance. Well, anyway, let's get the fight underway between these two robots, shall we?
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Well, here we go. Oh, and Tombstone immediately sent flying to the back of the group, and now Witch Doctor going after Bronco has them in the corner, and Bite Force trying to lift them. The other mini Witch Doctor now getting targeted by the big Witch Doctor. Uh-oh, might want to run away. Tombstone now under fire as well, and now getting thrown into the corner, nearly out of the arena. But now Bite Force comes in to try and lift Witch Doctor from behind. Doesn't seem like they have the strength to do it, and now just drags Witch Doctor out of the corner, but Witch Doctor turns around, and absolutely firing away at Bite Force, and Bite Force now hit by Galaga. That's gotta hurt. And now Mini Witch Doctor coming back after Big Witch Doctor again, and Big Witch Doctor comes hammering back with their massive vertical spinner. Massive compared to these tiny robots, and now, sent flying. And now Bite Force sent flying, Mini Witch Doctor sent into the corner where Bite Force and Bronco also reside, and Witch Doctor just tearing into all of them. Bronco now getting sent into Galaga's corner, might want to get out of there. If it can even move, and now sent flying away from Galaga. Witch Doctor actually breaks off their own top armor, going after Tombstone. It's not like they needed it, though, as they haven't really taken any damage. And Bronco's out of the arena, I believe. And now Bite Force backs out of the corner, and now they're sent out of the arena. And now I think it might just be Witch Doctor in that corner. And, Mini Witch Doctor in that corner, but now Big Witch Doctor going back after them, and Galaga sends them across the arena. Witch Doctor sends them back over. Galaga, oh my goodness, a massive hit, and Witch Doctor sends their Mini-Me out of the arena, and that brings Witch Doctor to a perfect 3-0 record. 3 times in a row we've seen a robot do this. Very impressive, but Witch Doctor going to 3-0. Impressive victory over Team Battlebots, who falls to 0-3. Unfortunate for them, but congratulations to Witch Doctor for a 3-0 record.
Well, what an absolute massacre of, Team Battlebots, or at least what formerly was Team Battlebots, as they've all been sent careening out of the arena, and they're now packing their bags. At an 0-3 record, with a very dominant loss against them in every fight, not a very good chance of getting in, but you never know, I suppose, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. But Witch Doctor, on the other hand, my goodness, dominating their opponent in every fight, improves to a 3-0 record, meaning that they are most definitely going to be getting through. So, congratulations to Witch Doctor. Sorry to Team Battlebots. But, moving on, we have our main event for tonight. It's between the 10th seed of Bite Force, the seasoned veteran, and Sawblaze, the breakout all-star. At least for this series, Sawblaze has been around for a long time. In fact, just as long as Bite Force has. But I digress. It is now time to get these two robots into the arena to see who is going to be taking home the win in their final fight. Sawblaze looking to go for a perfect record. Bite Force looking to get a win at all. And for the final time tonight, here they are, ready to go absolutely ballistic against each other. Sawblaze with their very powerful hammer saw, looking to get some very massive overhead damage on the top of Bite Force. And Bite Force looking to just be a 4-wheel drive vertical spinner with their extremely powerful vertical spinner. So, without further ado, let's get these two main event worthy robots fighting each other in the main event.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Well, here we go, the main event underway, and Bite Force immediately charges at Sawblaze out of the gate. Sawblaze with a good hammer shot, 2, 3, yes they do. Bite Force pinned, so not much they can do right now. And Sawblaze some really nice hammer saw shots. Now they back away, and Bite Force now rides up on the forks again, and now pinned again. And Sawblaze with some good hits onto the cover of Bite Force's weapon chain. Which, good thing they have the cover there, otherwise it would be like Season 2 all over again. But now Bite Force getting rammed into the screws. Sawblaze still with some impressive hammer saw shots, and now Sawblaze missing a charge and ends up giving Bite Force a free hit. And Sawblaze actually loses one of their forks, but Bite Force now pinned again. And still not much they can do as they're actually lifted into the air. pinned against the wall, and Sawblaze with a good hit and actually removes Bite Force's top armor, and Bite Force rammed into the wall and flipped over now, actually. But now they're charging back at Sawblaze, and Sawblaze loses their second fork. That leaves only one, and that's the middle fork, and Bite Force gets a hit onto the bottom of Bite Force now because they're flipped over. But Sawblaze still with some very nice shots with that hammer saw. Bite Force definitely needs to get some good shots of their own, like that one right there, which popped them into the air. But now charging straight back at Sawblaze and flipping themselves back over, but they land on Sawblaze's fork again, this time with the backside facing Sawblaze. That's not good, as Sawblaze is pretty much just going to get some free hits over there. And now Sawblaze takes Bite Force back over to the screws, potentially trying to line them up for an Uda, potentially, with help from the screws. Who knows? Sawblaze backs away, and actually it seems like their weapon has become dislodged, and that's not good, as that means that all their weapon power is pretty much gone. But now Bite Force firing away with some shots of their own, sending Sawblaze spinning into the corner. Sawblaze comes back out, but sent just back in as quickly as they came out. And now Sawblaze trying to use their spinner like a vertical spinner, but without any forks. It's not really useful. Bite Force. Anyway, Bite Force charging back at Sawblaze's front end, but Sawblaze has their fork there, and Hydreigon flips Bite Force off of Sawblaze's plow, or fork, I suppose. And now Sawblaze with a near miss from that hammer saw. But now Bite Force gets around the fork and gets some decent hits. But now Bite Force being rammed back over towards the corner, but Bite Force firing back. And now Bite Force has Sawblaze under fire in the corner. And Sawblaze can't really do much right here, as Bite Force just shoves them back. But now Sawblaze gets out and rams into Bite Force again. And now Bite Force trying to get some good final hits, as they only have 5 seconds remaining in the fight. Sawblaze gets another pin and another couple of good hits with their hammer saw, and cease is called. What a fight! My goodness, both robots put up an impressive display. But, of course, it's going to go to the judges, and only one robot can win. What an impressive fight. Bite Force with some impressive hits from that vertical spinner, and Sawblaze with some incredible control. But if Sawblaze wins this, then they'll get to a 3-0 record. And if Bite Force loses, then they go to an 0-3 record. But if Bite Force wins, then they revive their tournament chances. Sawblaze would lose the chance at a top spot. Interesting judges' decision we have here.
Well, a very close fight indeed, and we know it was close, well, because it went to the judges. And the judges have their decision. Both Sawblaze and Bite Force put up a good fight. Both really wanted this victory. Bite Force especially, as they needed to get a win in order to have even a very slim chance of getting into the tournament, as they got destroyed by Calamity and Fire Hazard in their fights. They did pretty well against Sawblaze here, but let's see if it was enough, as our first category is effectiveness, and the score, 3-2, goes to Sawblaze. Sawblaze gets 3 points on effectiveness, and Bite Force gets 2, as it seems like Sawblaze was able to get more hits on Bite Force than Bite Force was able to onto them. So that's probably why Sawblaze wins that category, along with just the fact that, well, they were designed to be a very heavy control and damage bot, and that's exactly what they did. Bite Force was meant to be a lot of damage, and, well, they did do that, but Sawblaze just seemed to do a lot better overall in the fight. Aggression, on the other hand, 3-2, goes to Bite Force. Bite Force getting the aggression points, probably due to the fact that Sawblaze, after losing both of their outer forks, really had a bad time trying to get underneath Bite Force, especially as their weapon came loose and it started shaking the entire robot, meaning that they couldn't even be low to the ground for most of the fight as well. So Bite Force gets the aggression points, and that gives them one category. It's tied 5-5. So the final category, Control, decides it all. And your winner, 3-2, is Sawblaze. Sawblaze wins this fight 8-7, a well-fought battle between these two veterans. But your winner is Sawblaze, meaning the Sawblaze goes to a perfect 3-0 record, and Bite Force falls to a completely negative 0-3 record. However, they did put up a good fight in this one, so that could end up saving them if we do need a 0-3 bot to go into the tournament anyway. So, that is all for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and do all that funny YouTube stuff, because it really helps out my channel grow. And I'm actually getting pretty close to 200 subscribers, so that would be pretty cool to hit. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I'll probably do something for it, but yeah, it would be pretty cool to hit 200 subscribers. And also, this is the second to last fight card episode. The last one should be coming out about next week, same time. I try and keep them consistent. I know I had some problems, but yeah, should be fairly consistent. And even after the fight cards are done, I should still be releasing episodes at the same time. So the tournament will start a week after the final fight card episode is done. At least it should. And that's another thing, just as a heads up, in episode 12, the final episode, aka next episode, I will be going over who is in the round of 32 and who is out. So we will have the seeds revealed in that video. It will be at the end, as it wouldn't make sense to show you in the beginning before the robots in that episode have actually fought and just spoil the results for you. So at the end of that episode, we will be revealing the seeds and the entire bracket, meaning that you all will see what the round of 32 should look like, and you should be able to make your predictions in the Carnage and the Bot Builder server on Discord, respectively. But that is all for now, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and that is all for this episode. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.